Alright folks, we are live here with the Formula Micros. I put up the commentator voice. Let's put that stream up in race announcements. Let people know that qualifying is about to start. We so far, excuse me, have about 6 cars currently set up to do qualifying. We might see more enter. It's going to work. We are going to be doing one car at a time for 5 laps. Okay, that stream is up. So first up on the track, we have in his new car the number 67 Monster Energy machine. That is I Love Football, otherwise known as Aiden McGreedy. That being said, green flag out for the first car. Again, you got 5 laps. Your first lap starts when you cross the start-finish line. From there, you'll pass 5 more times. We'll let you know when you're done, don't worry. So Aiden makes his way out onto the racetrack, dips it down low through 1 and 2, gets back up to the high lane. We've noticed that this class is the fastest at Augusta. Does make sense. It got very good handling characteristics. 14.744 is going to be the fastest time so far. We got 4 more chances to beat it though. Out of 3 and 4 to mark lap 2. Aiden McGreedy does not improve. He has 3 more laps to go as he makes his way down the back straightaway. 1T and Proto rejoining the game. As this time by, there's 2 more laps to go. Last lap, only a single thousandth off of his personal best, and he'll go quicker by 100th. White flag in the air for Aiden McGreedy, and he's gonna slap that outside wall. Fortunately for him, that might just about been enough to kill off his pace. Out of the final turn, the checkered flag coming out, and that was in fact the case. It was a little bit off pace, so if you can pull off a 3, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Up next is Mitch. So let's get to Mitch. Formula 9768. Green flag out for the 45 Pro, I believe, Pro Tech Auto Sales machine. That is the red 45 out onto the racetrack. He's going to take the high line, carry speed into turn 1. That's a strategy we've been seeing throughout the weekend. Not a bad line there by Mitch as he makes his way through 3 and 4 to mark lap 1. Across the start-finish line. Does he go quick time? No, he is not. He is not far behind though. He's going to have 4 more shots to beat it here. Now through 3 and 4, a purple sector 2 crosses quick time. 14.632, but he has a gift that keeps on giving it. Faster green sector 1. It'll run the high lane. There's going to be a shot to go faster in the next lap. 2 laps to go now.
Ooh.
As Mitch makes his way 3 and 4 into the white flag. It's not going to go any quicker. Looks like he had some issues in that last lap, actually, nearly a second off pace. However, this is the final lap through 3 and 4 for Mitch. Purple sector 3, but the checkered flag's out and he's not got any faster. Not a bad sector, or not a bad time to set so far. Nets up down the line in the order his friend Best Vibe. Green flag's out for the other, I believe, yes, the other 45 Mean Racing machine. So coming up again, Best Vibe has a penalty for the next Super New race, which will be coming up later today. We got drafts, so that might not be as big of a factor as you think. It could be though. It'll be interesting to see. Anyways, purple sector 1. Cross the start-finish line. They're going to go second to the board. They got 2 purples there. Unfortunately, that second sector wasn't quite it, but they're still looking very solid. As best 5 rounds their way through 3 and 4 to mark down lap 2 in the books. He will go top of the board, 14.588. And he might be going for more. He has 3 more shots to go quicker. Crosses the start-finish line. It's not going to go any faster. However, he's very consistent. He's right up there to the wall. Trying to push out every bit of speed he can out of his little race car. Down the front straightaway and the white flag in the air. He will go faster. 14.510. Purple sector 1. Could this be the perfect lap for the Meme Racing 45 car out of 3 and 4? Checkered flag waves. And they will go faster with the 14.5 flat.
Oh my god.
Great qualifying so far for the 45 Meme Racing machine. That could be good enough for pole. We got a heavy hitter behind him though. That is Shuffle. He's gone without practice. I don't know if he has done some practice beforehand, but the green flag's out for the number 15 car. The GMG 15 car out on the racetrack. As he will run up to carry speed into turn 1. Good strategy to start things off. Changes lap to 0. Just going to run his race, or sorry, he's going to run his qualifying through for now. Lap 1 is going to be a 50.037. He's going to have 4 more shots to go faster. Again, he's only had 3 laps of practice in the practice session. So it's going to be a bit of a learning moment for him. Shuffle across the start-finish line. He will now dip below the 15s. 14.887. That lap, or this lap, is going to be a bit of a rough one, judging by that. Kind of did like a money shift there on turn 1 and 2. Not a bad exit off of 3 and 4. Purple sector 3. I thought that was going to be a fast lap, or at least a very fast sector 3. Excuse me. Well, let's see what he can set himself up for. Shuffle crossing start finish line. The white flag in the air. Well, it looks like he's just redlining the whole time. A green sector 2 cross the start finish line. He will improve a slight bit, but he's going to have to stick with his 4th place position. Up next in the 0-1, making a return to the SLC franchise, we have Caden Larson. Green flag's out for you. Holy fuck, this coffee's strong. Ugh. Anyways, Caden Larson's going to run the high lane through 1 and 2. He's not really taking much in the marks of a racing lap, but he will dip down low through 3 and 4. Be in the right way. 16.280, and he's Caden run low in the turns. Alright, lap 2 is a 15.685. Improvement on sector 1. $15.283.
Oh, Jesus.
2 more to go. One lap to go. And through 3 and 4, the checkered flag going out for Caden Larson. No improvement. Alright, please pull it off. You can't start the race, however, you will be kind of washed. So, anyways, up next on the track is Lemon. Not Lemon Bucket, but another Lemon. That is the Lemon that is actually my teammate in the Formula Oof F1 division. for GMG Motorsports. Sector 1 at 3.606. He's gone without any practice, however, he's watched what people are doing, so he's got a good idea of what to do. 14.845 for lap 1. And a good looking Sector 1. Lem's going to run the middle lane through 3 and 4, crossing the start finish line, and no improvement there. Again, your goal on this track, you want to get close to that wall through the corners. Across the start finish line, 2 laps to go, and that will beat out Shuffle. That's 3rd place for Lemon. He's going to slap outside wall, so he's going to have to build up speed here to make up for 1 more lap. As this time by, the white flag will be coming out in the air. 1 more to go for Lemon. Can they go big? A very fast green Sector 1. Into 3 and 4. Not a bad Sector 2. They're going to go a little bit high. They push it to the line. Not going to go any quicker. Only a single 100th off of their time. That's a very solid lap time right there. And that is Blue's car, but we'll let it slide. Or actually, that's Beige's car, representing Chile. But we'll let it slide. Once again, Proto, you're cleared to the racetrack. You're also cleared to jump. I believe this is the last car in qualifying. After this, we'll get straight to the 50-lap feature. We're doing 10 pace laps. Make sure that everyone is ready and we don't need to run into the start. He's getting a little bit of a flick there. Proto was looking pretty quick in practice. We'll see if that's going to be an ongoing trend. Purple Sector 2. It very much so could be. He's going to go 5th on the board. He has 4 more laps to go. Not a bad Sector 1. However, we've seen Sector 1's about a 10th quicker at the most. But he's looking really fast in Sector 2. Crossing the start finish line. And lap 2, he's now in 4th place. 3 laps to go. And out of 3 and 4, make it 2 to go. It's a bit of a run-through lap, but he still has 2 more shots to go any quicker. That was a very good lap time by Best 5. Can Proto take that pole position? We're going to have to see here. He'll run it high into the white flag. And unfortunately, that's going to make things a little bit difficult. Is he going to call it, or is he going to keep on pushing? He's going to keep on pushing here. So it doesn't look like there's going to be much room for improvement. So he's going to have to live with that 14.735, which is good enough to start on the outside of row 2. Alright, that should do it for qualifying. We're going to get straight to the event. So if you guys could please sign up on the front stretch. A couple things I'd like to also explain while we are there. Again, inside will be odd numbers. Outside will be even numbers. And can everyone please cross the start finish line? Can everyone please cross the finish line before moving back to your position, since Shuffle did that trend? Okay. Waiting now on Caden Larson. Positions are the following. We have H24B first place. The outside will be Shuffle 15. To the inside of row 2 is going to be Lemon on the bottom. To the outside, once again, Proto, please give each other 1 car length of space. Wait, did I just say Shuffle? Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Force of habit. That's what usually happens.
Has no idea.
So Lemon's gonna be in 3rd. 4th place is Proto. Proto, use your head. Move to the outside. Thank you. Lemon's gonna be on the inside once he's done so. Kaden Larson, move back 1 car length. Try to give 1 car length of space. Lemon, if you could back it up a little bit, just a bit more. I'd like to back here. Okay, you're good. Reason we are spreading out is because of the initial lag we usually experience at the startup. That being said, we are going to clear out the extra cars to hopefully reduce some of that lag. We are posed for 50 laps. We have a deadline, of course, of the end of the hour, but I believe we should be done before 39 minutes. This is a little bit over half the distance of the Ross Mud race, but it shouldn't take that long. These cars are very fast. They should probably be about the same pace as the midgets, actually, as far as race distance. Anyways, we're just clearing off all the extra cars. Everyone can please hop out of the cars. We'll be doing the national anthem very shortly, and then we'll be moving on with it. Oh, park brake.
Where is Broski? Oh, there you are. Yeah, you stand by your carport. Freaking Hello Kitty PJs, bro.
Turn off all the engines. Alright. Let me meet you for a bit, Jackson. Who reset? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that last avatar is a little bit distracting, so. Dollar General, that's a fire. That is a fire sponsor. Keep it off. Just finding the good anthem to use. I'm not sure if this is going to be good or not. If it's not, I'm going to stop. There's a flag off of turn 3. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Alright. for saying the most famous words in motorsports. Jackson, do you want to do the honors or do you want me to do it? Hold up for a bit.
No, I do not want to do it.
Alright. Drivers, start your engines.
Did you notice me? Notice me on the flag? Signal.
Alright. I think everyone is in their cars. Again, if you're in your cars, that is your sign that you're ready. The pace speed on the inside road will be 50 miles an hour. By the way, we are doing a choose lane. I want to briefly mention that one. Because of the fact that... You can stop revving. We're going to explain something real quickly. So, when we go under caution, we're going to be having a race back. Once everyone is in order, keyword, once everyone is in order, I will call a choose lane. It'll probably be on the back straight or on turn 4, somewhere in that region. I'll say, okay, guys, get ready to choose inside or outside. Basically, you got to go to the left of me, or your left or right, just inside or outside lane. If you accidentally go through me, you're going to go to the rear of the field. Once you choose your lane, you're going to have to stay in that lane. You're going to file up to the front. So, you could potentially move from one position all the way to the front. That being said, let's change all laps. Made it. 10. Go when the part of it goes. The outside, you're just going to have to maintain. So 50 miles an hour on the straights, and then the outside lane will go a little bit quicker on the turns. Doesn't hurt to go. It doesn't hurt to be a little bit spread out. Again, guys, 50 miles an hour here. It does not hurt to be spread out. That's for shuffle. Of course, there is the sandbagging rules too, which we are going to need Shuffle to move up, or not Shuffle, we're going to need Mitch to move up.
Caden's a bit far.
Yeah, Shuffle, if you could back off a little bit from Proto's. Not Proto, you fucking dumbass. Anyways, what's going to happen is that the front row is going to be held accountable. This goes for every single restart. You guys are going to try to be side by side once we go green. I'm going to try to time it. If we can't be, then we'll have to redo it. By the way, to the outside, it doesn't hurt if you guys are more inside on the turns, specifically for Mitch. You're kind of fine, but like it also is fine if you were just running like just a lane above him. You can do that too. Yeah.
Where is Mitch going?
Proto.
Mitch is in the middle lane right now.
No, he's moving down low. I get why. Yeah, he's merging back a little so the pacing's closer. Shuffle, merge back into the third row, merge back to the third row. Proto, guys, go down. There's a reason that he's going down so that the pacing is more equal. He doesn't have to go as fast. Shuffle, stay behind Proto, please. Proto, move up. Shuffle, stop going through the second row. Okay, like, you're good where we are maintained right now. We've got 7 cars lined up for today's race. Going back to the front, we've got Caden Larson in the 01. Shuffle starting in 6th place in the 15 GMG machine. Inside that is Aiden McCready in the Monster G67 car. Out to row 2 to the outside, we have one team Proto who's currently driving through the leaders. It's going to be the 24th car for today, taking over for beige, excuse me. Inside of that, in the number 3 car is Lemon. And front row outside, in the 45, we have Formula 9768, otherwise known as Mitch, in the 45 Pro Auto Sales car, otherwise known commonly as the red 45. The black 45, the Meme Racing car. That is your pole sitter, Best 5. Again, he has a penalty not to serve this race, but in the Super Indies, which we'll be doing in a couple of hours. Proto, please move up. I don't know what that was about. Please stop chatting. Like, and it doesn't matter if you're going the speed, you just need to maintain behind the leader. It doesn't matter if you're doing 50 or not. Like, that's not the important part. That's just like a general rule of thumb for the pace. Also, I don't know what the outside guy's doing at 50. Yeah. Again, another thing about this series, there's no passing until you cross the start-finish line. There is an exception to that if someone is particularly slow. But that is the general rule of thumb, is not to pass until the cars ahead of you go past the start-finish line. This does mean that it would help to be a little bit more spread out so that the chances of that happening are a little bit less likely. But that's more so up to the driver himself. Outside lane, we're gonna need the outside lane to move up a little bit. Okay, that's good. I would say the outside lane, Aiden. Okay. Let's not do tire warming because whenever we do, usually we lose our pace. Sorry, it's just most people can't do it properly. Alright, 1 to go, and Caden is having a lot of lag issues. We're going to start with or without him.
I'll keep an eye on him, and I'll call yellow if he has an issue.
Okay. Big thanks to Jax Cook for helping this race happen. Alright, watch the lights. We'll be going on the front straight a little bit later than we have. Make sure that you guys are equal. And yellow flag, that's a bit of a jump start by Mitch. We're going to give that one a warning. Next time we do that, you will be moved to the rear of the field. I said not to go until the green flag is called. And you were accelerating before any such thing was called. So, don't do that again. Green flag. Clean start from all parties. Good job. And one team Proto is going to make the move for the lead. He timed that start pretty well. He's going side by side with Best 5 into 3 and 4. Also generally a very fast car. We're going to reset the board now. As one team Proto will lead lap 2, first green lap. As it looks like Shuffle's also made his way up to the top 4. Looking at a chance at the podium here, so we got a crossover for the lead. I want to also mention that the maximum amount of laps you can be down is 5. Once you pass that, you'll be able to be done. You'll get a lap back every caution. Anyways, a clean track for the 24 car for the time. 45 car not far behind either. Or the Meme Racing 45. It's also being towed by the Pro Tech Auto Sales car. Potentially, actually, Mitch could be able to sneak up and take a second place away. However, here's a bit of a rebound for the front of the field. Best 5 has closed down the gap to only just nearly a car, maybe 2. It all depends if one team Proto could put up the afterburners or not. And one team is going to have to surrender the front. Here's Best 5. He's going to come back up. The one team Proto right there on the inside. We're going to look through the rubber banding as they run it side by side around the exit. 84BB snagging the lead. Had an absolutely beautiful pole lap. It's basically nearly perfect. Pretty much what he's setting right now. Everyone's going to kind of get a bit of an idea of what the lines on the racetrack look like. Still side by side for the lead. Proto around the outside. 84BB through the inside. Make our way out of turns 3 and 4. Proto's going to try to make it a bit of a crossover down the front straight. And there's Caden Larson at the end of the straightaway, about to be put a lap down, maybe in a couple of laps. And Proto with a slingshot, he will snag the lead. I think that there's a good chance 84BB snagged the inside wall. Something that was very prevalent on this racetrack. There's no apron here, and it's one of the few tracks that lacks one. He's going to still rebound, and they're side by side, making their way through the lap car. Proto gets the exit, but only by so much. You're going to have to navigate their way through Caden Larson. This Caden Larson is now 1 lap down. You could snag it back if there's any sort of caution that goes on. Meanwhile, for the third place spot, there's Mitch and Shuffle. Pretty close to neck on neck, although even more so at the front of the field. Here we are side by side out of 3 and 4. And a good exit going to 1TM Proto, but 84BB still on the rear wing. Down the back straight to 3 and 4. Proto is going to cross over with Best 5. So run it side by side for a bit through the front stretch. Out to the back straight, and we are currently lap 17 out of 50. We are closing in the halfway point. Of course, the Formula Micros are essentially sprints. The fastest cars on the track. They are the second longest race this weekend. Or, well, third actually, but second longest on this racetrack. Over half the distance of the Rossman race, but I'm searching that the lap times they're setting, again, the fastest cars, I believe. Could be a potential factor. Look at this race not last very long. Meanwhile, it does look like Shuffle and Mitch kind of going at it. Potentially could be a bit of a trail chase, might just say a cat and mouse situation going on there. Meanwhile, only about a 10 separating the lead of the field. Mind you, Best Vibe had so nearly lost this lead at the Mitchell feature this Thursday. This is his potential opportunity to change things around. You can also see Shuffle looking around the rear wing of Mitch. Here 1 and 2, and it really does look like I think Best Buy is starting to develop a bit of a groove. If you look at the lap times, it doesn't really look like he's anything significantly faster or not. In fact, actually, if anything, Formula set the fastest lap of the last one he ran. I think that's getting Larson again at the end of the straight. He might be put a lap down once again. So we are over halfway done. 26 laps completed out of 50 as Caden's going to scrub a lot of speed off through the inside wall. He'll keep it going. And we do stay green. As Aqua joins, unfortunately they're going to be a little bit too late, but they are in time to see their friends Shuffle and Lemon currently going at it. Meanwhile, unspoken battle going on in the back of the field. Side-by-side action between Lemon and Aiden McGreedy. Currently the closest battle for position. to make their way down the front stretch. Another crossover move, Lemon down the inside. To the outside, Aiden McGrady. Aiden McGrady is going to carry that speed to slingshot himself out to another, I believe that is top 5 that this battle's for. Alright, closing in there in lap car, Caden Larson. He's currently 2 laps now. Side by side again between Aiden McGrady and Lemon for position. It looks like Aiden will carry more speed down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Currently lap 31 out of 50. So 19 out 18 laps ago. Again, this is the closest battle for position. Lemon's down the inside. So once again, Aiden slingshotting his way down the front straight. He's taking the high line. Lemon's down low. But again, they'll do another crossover. Still running it side by side here, folks. As it does look like for the lead, Best 5 starting to spread out the field. Lemon down and makes it back up to 5th place, but here is Aiden McGrady just behind them. It seemed like that battle is somewhat temporarily settled itself for now. However, only about a car length separating Lemon and Aiden as they make their way into turn 1 2. When we look over, there looks to be something developing again for the 3rd place spot potentially. Maybe about half a second separating Mitch from Shuffle. Two laps from now will be the last 10 laps of the race. Already at the last quarter here. Shuffle down the inside. Side by side for the podium position now. As Mitch is going to carry speed off into the apex. However, we run it side by side down the front stretch into 1 and 2. This time by, we'll be in the last 10 laps. So this race is getting to a bit of a boiling point, especially for the podium position. Excuse me. Mitch down the inside, Shuffle gonna cross over, he'll snag it back down low. He's gonna carry speed into the exit, however, off into the entrance of 3. It looks like Mitch is gonna get a little bit ahead, but crossover once again, Shuffle back to 3rd place. Can Shuffle scrap the podium out of this race, or could Mitch potentially make up another podium in his, I believe we call that a resume here. By the way, there is a battle going on again for the top 5. Lemon and Aiden McGrady still kind of going at it. Lemon has secured their 5th place spot by a couple car lengths. Meanwhile, Shuffle having to feed his way through the lap car of Caden Larson. And it does look like Shuffle's extended the gap between himself and the 4th place car of Mitch. Caden Larson going to slap the outside wall. It kind of gets a little bit loose, but they do manage to keep themselves under control. By the way, 5 laps to go in this very, it's a pretty action-full race. One team Proto potentially closing in that gap, only about half second separating himself from 824BB. Can he develop a groove? Currently 4 laps to go. This time by, we'll be seeing 3 in the field. 3 left to go, and one team Proto slapping the outside wall for 4. It really could be 824BB's race to lose at this point. You could also see the battle raging on for the 3rd place spot. They run it side by side. 2 to go. Here's Shuffle. Shuffle and Mitch side by side into 3 and 4. Meanwhile, taking the white flag, we are going to be seeing 824BB. Again, the Arcadia Speedway Super Indy feature winner. Making his way out of 3 and 4. Does he have what it takes? Yes, he does. He will win. Proto in second place. Let's watch this third place. Close one to the line. Shuffle takes it. Mitch going to take up the 4th place spot. Meanwhile, it is going to be Lemon who takes home 5th place. Keenan Larson going to finish in 7th. And Aiden McCready is going to take home 6th. Can everyone please move to the pit lane except for your race winner? Actually, I don't think there's really donuts that could be done anyways. So, stick around, folks. We will interview everyone. We got about 14 minutes until the Daytona Super Indy race starts practice.
I got a trophy. I got it set. I got it all done.
That's fine.
Whoop, wrong one. Yeah, you want the yellow? How about you want the black flag? You want them all? Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. We are going to interview everyone that sticks around for this, even once practice starts. So that being said, let's get this victory lane photo. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick time also will go to Mitch, so your friend has done that. But let's talk to your race winner today. Give it out to Best 5 824BB, also known as Brian Dirt Bikes in the server. So a good little bit of battling there between yourself and one team Proto. However, it looks like towards the end of the race you developed a really good groove for yourself. Nice shirt, by the way. What do you guys say took you to victory lane today?
I think Mitch showing up. Man, I found the line like pretty early. Then I started to, I don't know what happened, but I think I hit the brake by accident, like with like 10 to go. Proto caught me a lot. I think he sold a little bit. It was a pretty fun race, man. Like there's a good amount of battles going on.
So another thing that I guess we're going to be talking about is the Daytona race coming up later today. Of course, with the draft system, that might allow you to potentially climb back up through the field. It's going to be a little bit of a tough race, you think. Coming into the Super Indy race as well, is there anything that's on your mind going into that?
Mainly just to try to get to the front. I mean, hoping that I can at least get a top 3 in that. That'd be pretty nice.
It's fair enough, fair enough. It's going to be a big fuel strategy day. So.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright. Overall, bitchin' looking ride today. And pretty good driving. I know you got what it takes to do well for the rest of the day. Congratulations on today's Formula Micro win. You get to close off Augusta with a victory. I know you've been longing for one ever since the midgets. That was painful.
Yeah, that was pretty close.
That was painful, man. But I'm glad you got up there in victory lane today. And to the next one. Alright. Is there anything else you want to say before moving on, or?
Good race. That's it.
Alright. Well, thank you there. And 1TM is not here, so that leaves us, I believe. I want to make sure, pretty sure it's Shuffle.
Yeah, I have a copy.
Alright, yep. Alright, so Shuffle here, starting from 6th place. However, the most passing today, for sure, and the best improvement from the start of the race by far. Currently in 3rd place, a good battle between yourself and I believe that was Mitch. As he takes quick time, but you get to take a podium today. How does that make you feel?
I feel like total shit, could not get practice in, and the result speaks for itself. I like to experiment during practice, finding stuff, and I had exactly 2 laps to figure stuff out, and I did not in qualifying. So yeah, that's horrible. It's I would have liked some more practice, but it is what it is. I had some practice for the Indy race, so we'll do good there. Congrats to BB for winning. He did a great job. Nothing to do with that, and yeah, we move on to the next one.
Alright. With the there shuffle, good job on getting a podium at least today. That will come to value later on in the season. All those points from today.
Yeah.
Yeah, could potentially lead to something. Next up down the line is Mitch. And are they in the VC? No. That means I believe up next is Lemon then, right? So, let's unmute Lemon.
Lemon will chat
You can also do
VCs.
chat, that's
Chat.
fine. Either one is
chat.
either one works. It looks like a good battle between yourself and the guy that eventually scored 6th place. That was Aiden McGreedy. Good battle between both of you guys today, but it looks like the one that came up on top, finishing the top 5, was you. What really happened on today, though? I guess we'll just read it. There's the lunatic with a sword on track. Yes, hello.
Me. Who's gonna get stabbed first? Woohoo!
Alright. Yeah, I didn't have a single practice lap, so I was quite impressed and surprised with 3rd place. However, in the race, I did make some mistakes due to not having enough practice to figure the line out well enough.
I got him! I killed somebody on the track!
Oh, God.
Is my mic tweaking or is like nobody speaking?
No one's speaking, I guess.
Okay.
Dude, let me say something else. Oh, yeah. I hit the wall sometimes, which made me lose time on the people. Anything better than that 5th place finish. Yeah. Fair enough. Of course, just kind of joined a little bit on a whim. There's, of course, the fact that it's also late for you, from what I've heard. For you, at least. So, you know, just finishing top 5's not a bad way to run. We'll see what happens later on if you do choose to stick around. I know that you're probably not going to be doing the Super Indies, which is fair enough. But to the next race you do end up showing up too. Hopefully we'll see you there, and as well as the Formula Oops. It is 100 laps around the Daytona, which takes about just a bit under an hour, and then qualifying should probably take about 20 minutes, maybe at most. More likely 10. Yeah. Okay. But it does have draft. Yeah.
I sent the trophy.
Wide awake
and
then.
I
Alright.
sent the trophy and
Thank
you
you.
want it.
Yeah, thank you. We got about 5 minutes until that practice session starts. I got to close up the map too. There is 2 more people to interview, I think. Yeah, so Eddie McGreedy. I will unmute you, but you could also just prefer to chat. Again, the other guy in the battle for the top 5, however, a little bit of the short end of the stick today. If you could bring me through what happened today and how the track was. Something like that.
Did I kill Shuffle, or did he?
You killed me. Yeah, you definitely killed me.
My second victim.
Wait, is that? Huh?
T7 Ghost. Oh no. Oh, hard hit. I'm resurrecting.
I was feeling decent, but mostly chasing Lemon, but I was out for a bit. Then I slapped some walls to let him get away. I did a 14.5, 3 sits while chasing him, so I'm happy with that. That's good. Did manage to beat out Shuffle. His best time was good enough to put him only in 6th place. Does show how competitive the race today really was.
There's a massacre going on in the grandstands right now. Dead. Shuffle, I'm gonna spare you. I'm gonna give you the. Call this a sort of raw. You're about to get
Is
a
that
little.
all you would like to say, Aiden?
Oh, you can't escape me.
Aww.
Really consistent with my laps around the 40 lap mark. Was getting frustrated, but I'm happy with the P6. Decent points.
He's running from me.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running? I killed him.
Alright.
Oh, hey, sir. Bye, sir.
Aqua is also a liar. That being said, Aiden, thanks for turning out today. Hopefully, we can see some good results coming up in the future. But that being said, I also think I need to add your car, so it might take a bit for practice to start up. That's okay. One more guy up is Caden Larson. So Caden Larson kind of just gained some more feel for the racetrack. If you run me through today's race and how the car ran for you. If someone could read them for me, I'm currently setting up Daytona.
Who took
No,
away
yeah,
my...
sure. I could. If he's unmuted, I could interview him. Or is he doing? He's not even a voice chat. Or is he? Oh, he's big bro.
Yeah, he's big bro.
Let me unmute him. No, he's not. You can unmute yourself if you want, because I can't unmute you. Unless you want to do a chat interview, that's fine. Caden, do you want to do a voice chat interview or a chat interview? Robo's not interviewing you, so I will do it. Chat. Alright, Caden, a little bit lonely at the back today. Of course, it's difficult coming into a race with this strong drivers like Best Buy and Proto. Can you talk us through your race? In your opinion, how did it go?